Hey G fans, GojiFan93 here, and we are continuing my Let's Play of Godzilla Generations. We are now at the third area, and I'm here with some Google Hangout friends, with Taylor, and I think Kiryu Goji just entered.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up?
Nothing much.
Alright. So yeah, so here we are,
Yeah,
third
Dennis
stage.
Davison and Little Long.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera to work.
Oh yeah, and also, some of you know, but
Yeah.
for any of you who are new watching this, I cannot see your faces because because I'm sharing my screen with you guys, so I can't see what you guys are doing. So if like anyone comes into the chat, just let me know who joined so I can know who's there. So, because that'd be really helpful.
This looks like it would be a fun game.
Oh, this is a fun game. I was really mad because I watched this review. I was just talking to Taylor about this, and I watched this review, and this guy was just bashing this game like crazy. And I was like, you know, I mean, I can understand the gripes that you have with it, but come on, it's a freaking Dreamcast game in 1998. Give it a break, you know, especially for Godzilla. You know, it seems like every reviewer has like problems with a Godzilla game. It's like no one. Like, even the good ones, like Godzilla Destroy All Monsters or Save the Earth and Unleashed, like, those games got horrible reviews when it came to the so-called professional critics, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, why? Why is it always when it comes to Godzilla, it's never good enough, you know? It's just like, what do you expect, you know? Like, I thought,
Yeah.
like, especially with Godzilla...
My brother says that...
Oh, no, what were you gonna say?
My brother says that every time there's a new Godzilla game, my brother says that it just keeps getting better, in his opinion.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. I've never had so much appreciation for the newer Godzilla games because of playing all the older games back in the 80s and 90s, and I was like, holy shit, you know, people got it bad. Like, when I was watching AVGN's reviews of the Godzilla games, and when he was saying, you know, ah, damn it, I was born too early, and stuff like that. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, those games aren't really that bad, are they? And like actually having to play them, it's like, yeah, I can understand why he was pissed, you know. But it's just funny too because I bet on his spare time though he plays them because you know, even though the AVGN character doesn't play in modern games, but I bet he plays them a lot just because he missed out. But
Yeah, it's just all part of the character.
yeah, I think it's so funny.
I actually had the Godzilla Unleashed game for the PS2.
The what game?
Godzilla Unleashed.
Oh, Unleashed on the PS2, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people give that game shit too, and I'll admit it's a horrible port because I don't know what they did. For some reason, they didn't optimize it well for the PS2. But if you think about it, even with Godzilla Save the Earth and how critically acclaimed that game was, even that game wasn't that good on the PS2. It was better on the Xbox, and I think it's just the PS2 hardware that just couldn't. I don't know, that just can't deal with it, which is kind of weird because the GameCube did better with Destroy All Monsters, and the GameCube was even less of a beast than the PS2 was. But I actually prefer the PS2 Godzilla Unleashed than the Wii version. The only reason I say that is because to me, it keeps the tight controls at least. You know, it has the same like style as Save the Earth, because in Unleashed there were a lot of design choices on the Wii version that I just did not like, and I don't know, it's not my favorite Godzilla game. A lot of people would say that, you know, oh, well, Godzilla Unleashed, it's the latest game, which means it's the better one. I'm like, no, it's really not, actually. To me, Unleashed was kind of a step down. I mean, yes, I know it had a lot more monsters, you know, but if you think about it, they took away a lot of things also, like 9 levels, 9 arenas? Like, what? Like compared to Save the Earth and Destroy All Monsters that had not only the cities that you could play in that were more than like 10 cities, but you also had different, I guess you'd have like different, what is it, oh, I forgot. Like, you could have North Seattle and South Seattle and like, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it just increased how many
Remember,
levels you had.
Yeah, and also...
I remember watching people...
Go on, Taylor.
I remember watching people play Sorry. I remember watching
Okay.
people play that game and being like, what's the difference between north and south?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't get it.
yeah. The only difference was I guess the maps were smaller. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of like in their own little section, I guess. But then you could just play the full map, which those were huge. And another thing about Unleashed, which was a step down for me, was that the arenas were smaller. Like, they were way smaller than it was in Destroy All Monsters and Save the Earth. That's another thing that I did not understand about it. And it's like, why did they make everything so much more, like, I mean, yeah, you got more monsters, that's awesome. But when you take away other things, then it's like, well, I don't know, I kind of wish you kept a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, and the other things that people have gripes about Godzilla Unleashed on the PS2, not enough monsters. No Biolantine, no Titanosaurus.
Yes, that is actually one thing that I would also agree with. Like, the only monster that's actually new in Godzilla Unleashed on the PS2 is Batra. He's the only new character that you can play as. Other than that, there's no other new characters. They're all the same from Save the Earth, which was very weird. But which is why it brings me to say that it was just a horrible port. That I think Simon Strange just didn't really. I don't think they wanted to make a port of it, because I think when they were initially doing Unleashed, it was mainly for you know, the Wii. I don't think it really was meant for other consoles. That's what I think really it was. But, you know, oh well.
Ever seen the DS version of Godzilla Unleashed?
The what?
The DS version.
Oh, the DS. Oh, Double Smash. Yeah, that was actually fun too. I liked that one. I liked it too. For a fun
yeah,
little
it just looks
side-scroller.
completely different though.
Well, yeah, they probably had a
Yeah.
different development. Like, they probably had a little development team inside Atari to make that part. Yeah, it was probably another side project. But actually, now that I think about it, I was watching a little bit more on Godzilla Unleashed and stuff, and I heard, or I found out, I don't know if it's true or not, but during the development that Atari was actually rushing them to get the game done. So I actually think that there was more that they needed to work on with Unleashed, but they just got rushed and they couldn't fit, and they had to just give it out. So basically, Unleashed is actually it's not complete. It wasn't a complete game, which makes me think, well, what would the game have been if it actually was complete? Like, if Simon Strange was able to do everything that he wanted to do with that game, maybe it would have been better. Maybe that's why the controls were kind of weird, like kind of clunky and stuff, because of just being rushed and stuff. All right, see, here's the part of the game that bothers me a little bit, because every time you destroy everything,
where's the tree?
yeah, a lot of you guys know. Yes, yeah, so for you who are watching this right now, you guys probably don't know, but Ultra Mothra gives me a hard time trying to find the trees, because the trees actually count as a part of a percentage of beating the level, and like, so she's just yelling at me going, find the trees, and I'm just like, I can't, trying to, and like Godzilla's just walking around going, okay, where's that last tree? But this is the part of the game that kind of bugs me, is that you're like so close to beating it, because I'm like 99.93% finished, and there's just something, like in the map, like if you see on the top right, the radar, there's nothing else on there. Like, it seems like everything's been destroyed, but there's stuff, like when you destroy a building and the rubble crumbles, sometimes there's still stuff to destroy, even though the building was already like collapsed. And it's like, it's hard because it just blends in with all the other destruction on the ground. You can't really tell. So now I'm just walking around like an idiot going, where's the last thing? Where is it?
No.
I wonder how many little kids raged and threw the game away.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
In Godzilla vs. Godzilla 2, Godzilla's trying to find baby Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? What happened if he actually did destroy the whole city?
That'd be pretty
Where's
funny.
my son?
Where's
Where's
my
my son?
Oh, goodness, I can't find any other things. Gurg. Come on,
Dude.
Godzilla. You can find it.
Watch that language.
Godzilla stomping around admiring his handiwork.
Yep, Godzilla's just like, oh, okay. Oh, there we go. See, I just ran into it. I just ran into whatever needed to be destroyed. Alright, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the 3rd episode. Stay tuned for the next ones. Stay big, G fans.